A very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all. Today, we gather here to explore new ideas and to inspire one another to further our efforts towards a sustainable future. It is through collaboration and collective action that we can drive the transformation needed to create a more sustainable and resilient world.
I am confident that the discussions, presentations, and interactions that take place during this event will ignite new ideas, foster partnerships, and encourage concrete actions. Together, we can develop innovative solutions and inspire others to join our movement.
Before we begin, let me introduce you to our judges for the event.
Anna Merchant is a writer and a brand manager with more than 6 years of experience in the brand domain. She is currently the brand manager for a fintech brand in India, Digit Insurance. Before her stint at Digit, she worked as a copywriter at various advertising agencies and was a featured writer for the Saudi Gazette and led editorial and marketing initiatives for a former literary journal. Alongside her professional pursuits, she has a relentless commitment towards promoting a culture of reading, which led to the creation of Jatta Reads, now bookish culture back in Saudi Arabia. As part of the initiative, she has organized various literary events and workshops and built libraries in different schools and community spaces in Jeddah. She was also a speaker at the Emirates Airline Festival of Literature in 2019, where she spoke about inspiring a city to read.
Malar Viri Balaji, lovingly called the Book Lady of Dubai, is the founder and owner of Booktopia, a retail chain of bookstores in various malls in Dubai. She started her career as a computer science engineer, graduated from the prestigious Anna University, and is trained as a business coach by Neuro Leadership Group, USA, and Franklin Covey. Malar, an avid reader, writer, and entrepreneur, came to Dubai in 2016, the year of reading, and joined hands with the Dubai Public Library to promote reading to children through the Reading Box, a reading initiative by the Dubai Culture and Arts Authority. 7 stars on my wall and Spin a Story, the exclusive workshops and books Mala wrote for Dubai Public Library and inspired numerous children to read and love books, as well as to visit the library. With over 25 years of experience in the book industry and a passion to promote reading, Mala launched Booktopia, a co-bookstore at Dubai Festival City Mall, and hosted reading sessions every week. Booktopia is now a successful e-commerce as well as a chain of bookstores in Dubai that is growing under the entrepreneurial acumen of Malar.
Vandana Parashar is a postgraduate in microbiology, an educator and a haiku poet. Her haiku, senryu, and tanka have been published in many national and international journals of repute and have won her many prizes and accolades. Her haiku was also shortlisted for the prestigious Touchstone Award 2020. She is an associate editor of Haiku Katha, one of the editors of Poetry P and Femku Mag, and a feature columnist for the Whiptail Journal. Her debut e-chapbook, I Am, was published by Title IX Press, now Moth Orchid Press, in 2019. And her second chapbook, Alone I Am Not, was published by Velvet Desk, publishing in April 2022. A pen is mightier than a sword, and words can stay etched in memories forever. Our participants for the event are the future poets who will recite a poem longer than a haiku and shorter than an epic that translates imaginative solutions to achieve SDG 6, clean water and sanitation.
This platform promotes recognition of the unique ability of poetry as a means of capturing the creative spirit of the human mind. The aim is to support linguistic talent through poetic expression and provide succor to the voiceless who fight for access to clean water and sanitation daily.
The poem must have a title and there is no limit to the number of stanzas or verses. Each participant will be given a total of 5 minutes to decide their poem. The presentation of the poem will be judged on lively limericks, heartful haikus, polished prose, diction, and voice modulation that enunciate the need to achieve SDG 6.
The poem should be original and unpublished in English. The poem must not infringe upon the copyrights, trademarks, rights of privacy, publicity, moral rights, intellectual property, or other rights of any person or entity. The poem document must not have the poet's or the school's name to facilitate fair judging. The decision of the panel shall be final and binding on all participants.
So here we go. Let's call upon our first participant, SE number 3. Do we have SE number 3 with us?
Yes, SC02, right? Yes, that's me. Alright, my poem is called After Symphony. Hey, let's talk about the ocean, a place so surreal, but now it's filled with plastic. It's such a bad scene. Um, it's pollution in the sea. How did it all start? Back in the day, we should have known it would tear us apart. As time passed, humans grew in number, and with them came waste, debris, and lumber. Factories and cars and ships, oh my, all of them spewed toxins high and high. It started with industrialization, our quest for power. We didn't think about the ocean, it was our darkest hour. Factories and machines spitting out waste. We didn't care about the ocean, it was such a disgrace. The water turned murky, the fish disappeared. The ocean's beauty was no longer revered. Plastic bags, straws, and bottles galore. The sea creatures suffered, it was a terrible bore. Pollution led to disease and death. The ocean suffered, it took its last breath. Sanitation was poor, there was no control. The sewage was dumped, it took a toll. The water was contaminated, it was unfit to drink. The problem was real, it made us think. It is affecting everyone's lives. From animals dying to countries in strife, clean water and sanitation are essential to health. Yet 2.2 billion people lack it, it's like they're in stealth. Waterborne diseases like cholera and typhoid can be fatal, especially to children and small boys. Women and girls was a day to live in water with little time to enjoy or play. Marine life is suffering, they can't survive. The plastic is choking them, it's hard to stay alive. Fish and whales, they all suffer the same fate. It's a tragedy to see, it's something we can't debate. But there is hope, there's a solution to this plight. We need to take action. We need to fight. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. It's something we can do. We need to take responsibility. It's long overdue. We need to make changes. It's not too late. We need to act now before it's too great. The power of change lies within us all. We must rise to the challenge. We must stand tall. Let's make the oceans clear and free. Let's protect them. It's our destiny. So let us all come together.
This like should not get much because it's virtual background.
Let us be the change that we want to see. Let's make difference. Let's set the sea free. Thank you.
Thank you, SE number 3. Moving on to SE04.
Is it junior or senior?
Junior.
Okay, I'll begin. Water needs us. In the ocean, plastic is piling. Amount of waste in the sea is rising. Sewage and wastewater treatment being neglected. Water being contaminated. Oil leaks and spills. Climate change. These human activities must alter, or we will falter. Water getting polluted and marine life threatened. Those beautiful coral reefs, fishes, sharks, and jellyfish in danger of extinction. Consequence of human destruction. Let us all lend a hand, take care of our land. Our earth is only one. Let us not dump waste in the ocean, a ton. Water is vital to live. To help, a hand we shall give. To save us from sorrow, some precautionary measures we must follow. Sewage water can be treated. Water is not meant to be wasted. Turn off the tap, fix the leakages. Be grateful, for not many have this privilege. Discard your trash in provided bins. Don't throw in the river your cans and tins. Purified water everyone needs to keep their health concrete. H2O is crucial for every living organism to survive. Plants, animals, and even humans need water to thrive. If we continue to pollute and destroy, trust me, we won't be jumping for joy. Next time, keep all of this in your mind. For time, we cannot rewind. If we don't have water, life will be a disaster.
Thank you, SC04. Moving on to SC05.
From glistening streams to oceans wide, in water's presence we strive. From from glistening streams to oceans wide, in water's presence we strive, quenching thirst with each tide, reviving all like a comforting guide. From the soft waves of the ocean to the river's swift flow, water sustains, it's a precious gift we deeply know. Turning seeds to flowers, it lets life grow. Nourishing earth, it has a blissful glow. But I can't remember a time when the water was clean and the grass was green, when the clear sky met the sea on a day so keen. Yet the beauty of our world is no longer seen. For now we must purify our water to drink, while our oceans and lands are getting polluted every second we think. For some don't care, while some don't know. But every movement has a link, and our actions are leaving us on the brink. From public spaces to our humble habitation, we shall practice hygiene with determination. And we shall stand together for this preservation, a fortress against sickness, a steadfast foundation. Now is the time we must collect, lest we forget. Water's fragility, our duty to protect, to preserve and conserve with no regret. For our health and hygiene, we must implement. So let us embrace this noble obligation to sanitize with dedication. We find in the fight for health, we find liberation through diligent sanitization, a resolute affirmation. And let us cherish this liquid gold, water's stories forever told. In every droplet, a story to unfold, an emblem of life, precious to behold. Thank you.
Thank you, SC05. Moving on to SC06. Do we have SC06? with us?
Yes. Good morning to all. I'm going to receive a poem. The title of the poem is Water. Water, water everywhere to wash my hands and wash my hair. It's nice to drink it by the pool. Slip it nice and cool. It's nice to drink it by the pool. It's nice to drink it by the pool. Slip it nice and cool. It comes from clouds, torn you know, falls in rain and also snow. Keep it clean or you will be sick as sick can be. We are lucky here at school to have clean water to keep us cool. Think of others when you get paid to have clean. Think of others when you get paid and give a bit to water it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now moving on to SC07.
A sustainable view. In the bustle of modernity's strife, where progress can cut like a knife, a sustainable view shines like a gem, a beacon bright like the morning's diadem. The earth, our home, once a garden fair, neglected now, stripped bare, like a canvas devoid of hue, a world devoid of hope and view. But fear not, for a path we may find to live in harmony and to be kind, like a symphony that never ends, a beautiful melody that transcends. Let us sow the seeds of hope and care, water them with love and prayer, tend to them with gentle hands, and watch them bloom across the lands. Clean water and sanitation we seek for the thirsty and the weak, a basic right, yet still denied, a challenge we can no longer hide. The rivers, the lakes, the ocean blue must be preserved for me and you. Let us work together hand in hand to ensure water flows across the lands. The sun, the moon, the star above bear witness to our pledge of love. For the earth, our home, is a sacred space, a living, breathing, timeless place. Let us walk the path of sustainability with faith, hope, and humility and build a world that's truly green, a world where life is seen and seen, a world where life has a brighter sheen. For every step we take in light brings us closer to a brighter sight, like a butterfly that spreads its wings. A sustainable view is a song that sings. Thank you.
Thank you, SC07. Now we'll be taking a 2-minute pause for the judges to collate the results so far. Moving on to SC08.
Good morning, judges, and my name is Rebecca. And today, before I start my poem, I would like to pay a tribute to the women and children in Africa who take the trouble to get water from the places which only can be imagined by miles. My poem is called Parts, and please allow me to deliver my words. Her eyes are the pure ocean, one she could only dream of, with her dusky skin no more tender. The little girl stands tall, like a pillar, in the scorching sun. As her heart fills with despair, another day, to walk for eternity, with no exit from hell. And her mother can only watch as their souls break like little wooden dolls. Come, my child, she says, today Oshun will bless us. They whisper a little prayer with a faint hope in their heart. Through the arid lands, a sea of women and children cross. They finally find the river. Pure and clear, it was never. All that was left was dirt. And the little girl, who once yearned for a sip, could only walk back home. Eons of women, bound by a common fate. The elixir of life eludes them. When will this curse end? Thank you.
Thank you, SC08. Moving on to SC10.
Good morning, everyone. My continuing code is SC10. The theme of my poem is pure water and healthiness. Water is needed in many ways: cleaning, bathing, and to survive. Every living creature depends on it to be alive. 71% of the water takes up the surface of the earth. Spending a whole day without water is just like a curse. We should not pollute Earth's water so that creatures on Earth will not have any body disorders. It is also very important to maintain healthiness and hygiene. It is important to keep ourselves and environment clean. In the future, if you want to become wealthy, then first keep yourself sanitized, keep yourself healthy. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, SC10. Moving on to SC11.
Hello, this is the country code SC11. I will be performing my piece At What Cost, and it's all about the importance of SCG6 and how we can control it and solve it. Every time I step outside, I stare around me wide-eyed, knowing that when there's people out there who need clean water, the supply just gets smaller and smaller. Knowing while there's desperate lives selling their souls to be saved, we walk around unaware, unscathed, knowing that all the plants tried here and there could use some water just like us to get them out of the despair. Water is the most basic human need, they agreed. We'll do everything in our power to help, they read, as they smear from their scripts on live TV. Yet, believe me, billions of people will die without water if we do not progress. Progress is a society where demands are not met due to political unrest, with the challenges of relying on one water source coming in the forms of we get 3/4. Managing water is a spatial investment and issue due to decades of misuse with no solutions to pursue. Over-extraction of groundwater with pesticides on land to blame, the contamination of fresh water supplies being their biggest claim to fame. Somehow, however, people seem to ask, why should we care? I wasn't even remotely aware. And I get it. Even though climate change and economic affairs also seem to put a strain on insufficient transboundary water shares. Sustainable water management builds itself on equity, both on who needs it and where it comes from being of complexity. We need to support the voices who would benefit from water diplomacy, with its significance being on the verge of unity or showing no mercy. Not to mention the fact that millions of lives could be saved, even though inadequate sanitization, unsafe water, and poor hygiene remain. We need to take a stand for the people who can't speak, to save their voices without quenching their thirsts, feeble and weak. For example, we could ask ourselves, what do water shortages affect? Public health, reduce agricultural production leading to ecological neglect? Or determine the start of it all, who should be in control of this water? How do we make our rights on water broader? Like using our knowledge of technologies and opportunities, like using hydro panels, making fresh water from rain in new communities. But at what cost, they say, in a world where first world countries and political boundaries make way? But I say at the cost of spreading awareness, in a world where people can willingly educate the unknowing or reckless. So I hope that future generations would be aware of the concept of water. Think, dear audience, about your future sons and daughters. If we don't act now, just what will they see? Just some reckless people leaving the earth with just land, no seas. Thank you.
Thank you, SE11. Moving on to SE13.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be reciting my poem, Purity's Riptide. In the abyss of hope, and all those who've been held in thirst group, desperate want for clean water emerges, yearning for cleanliness and sanitation surges. At times like these, imagination takes flight, unleashing innovation's might. A collective effort can help us lead to a city where clean water runs with unwavering speed. Envision all the society, sanitizing all corners of the community, harvesting rainwater, saving every drop, harnessing nature's forces, never ready to stop. Imagine a device, compact and sleek, the perfect solution that we seek. A water purifier that will fit in your jeans, quenching people's thirst with ease. What a pride it would be to live in a world where clean water is a guarantee, surrounded by sustainability, a glorious sight, providing all with immense delight. So to the goal of SDG 6, our mind shall soar in hopes that one day we can explore a wondrous world where we can see clean rivers run pure and free. Thank you.
Do we have SE14 with us?
Yes. Dirty water everywhere. Clean drinking water found nowhere. The United Nations says about SDG 6, the responsible water usage needs to be a fix. Universal access to safe drinking water, reasonable and affordable to every quarter. Organize and take part in cleanup drives so that our oceans and rivers can happily thrive. Water diminishing through the dish drain. A world without water is seriously a pain. Industrial waste is a threat to Mother Nature, so let's pay respect to our Creator. Cleanliness and hygiene should be a goal for this generation. It is necessary to save our vulnerable population. So how do we play a part to save our feeble heart? Achieve proper sanitation, it is what we should do as a nation. Hygiene should be in everyone's routine. Towards this, we need to be sincerely keen. Hygiene, with the hands dirty and contaminated food consumed, we may just be forever doomed. Water depleting at an exceedingly high rate. Our situation is in a terrible state. By 2040, there will be no more. This is something that we cannot ignore. We are in severe anxiety as this is a threat to our society. With water sources depleting, we need to immediately start preserving. Imagine a world with no more water to drink, a disaster which leaves the world to sink. A world without water will leave us to rot, if only we preserve those water pots. But it isn't over for us. We can still do this, as long as the problem is not dismissed. We can make a modification and help achieve clean water and sanitation. Thank you.
Thank you, SC14. Thank you, SC14. Now we will take a small break for the judges to collate the results.
I am SE13.
I think there seems to be some confusion. We are currently running the junior category.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think a few students are from the senior category who have presented their poems. I think SC08 is one of those. Judges, if you could move the score for SC08 from the junior category scoring to the senior category scoring.
Ma'am, I'm SC13 from the senior category. You accidentally said for the junior category.
Ma'am, I'm from SC13
Okay.
junior category.
Do we have the SC08 junior team with us right now?
Yes, ma'am. I'm SC08, junior category.
Ma'am, I'm SC13. Ma'am, I'm SC13.
SC12 because we have a student in the junior category for
SC08, can I see an SC08? Could you raise your hand? SC08 junior. Ryan, are you SC08 junior category?
No, ma'am. I'm SC16 junior.
Okay. Okay, so I don't think SC08 has a junior team.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
This is
Shikha,
Shikha, and I'm SC08.
Okay, Shikha, then just hold on. We will go with you next. I will ask my host to introduce you next. And I think the SC08 that we heard earlier from your school was the senior team member. So then those marks, judges, please do move it to the senior category for SC08.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm from SC13 junior category.
SC13. Yeah, Bakul. So you are
13.
you just senior category. So again we have error. We have
Ma'am, I'm junior.
You're the junior category.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Then your score will stay the same. You don't have to change yours. This is only the junior round.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm in the junior.
You're in the junior category. That's fine.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, we have a junior category student from SE12, but her number was skipped. It went from 11 to 13.
Okay, so we will announce that now and we'll make that addition to our sheet. I can see that you're there. Probably our host skipped that, but we will make the announcement. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So we will move with SE and then SC12. Yes,
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
sorry to disturb you. SC13 junior category was her turn, but somebody else spoke in her turn. SC13, before she started, somebody else spoke SC13.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
I did that. I thought the senior category was going on.
Okay, but Avantika, so did you speak instead of her? Okay,
Yeah.
so you finished your turn, right? So judges along with SC8, if you could move the score for SC13 from junior to senior. So whatever you scored for SC8 and SC13, if you could move that to the senior category. So Avantika, you finished your turn. We won't call your number again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just to reiterate the flow, we will start now with SC8, the junior participant, SC12, whom we seem to have skipped, okay, and then SC13, the junior category. Judges, is that clear? Yeah, and then we will proceed ahead. Okay, so we will start again now. I hand over to Kippa. Thank you. Kippa, you can start with SC.
I'm so sorry. Moving on with SC08.
Good morning to everyone present here.
Good morning to everyone present here. Today, I'll be presenting before you my self-composed poem, Crystals of Heaven, focusing on SDG Goal 6, clean water and sanitation. Crystals of Heaven. Oh, dear Lord, shall we praise you for the blessings from heaven, falling from the crown of paradise? Life without it is a labyrinth of death and sacrifice. The tears of joy from Mother Nature kisses the soulful chamber, and we shall build the pathway to cherish the beauty in its slowly slips away. Let us ajar the door of reverse osmosis, where the crystals of heaven purify themselves to innocence and maintain the world like a copper plate of flowers blooming in the monsoon, handling it with divine love. Oh, phytoplankton and algae, which pullulates in the depths of the frosty groundwater. Shall you change civilian of nitrates to mighty nitrogen gas water? Or shall we take the vast irrigation systems and rain sensors to make the peacock flutter its feathers like a lotus flower? Let's drop these crystals to the pistol of faith. Rainwater harvesting is better than scale. The East Arabian Panama wastewater treatment, which karma made war, as the coordinates is the phoenix and the sectors are its wings, and uphold the power that the yin and yang bring, balancing the harmony of life and death in one gas. Let us use the feathers of hybrid cooling towers to bind our wings together and fly the skies of dreams and generations. The soft secrets turn into crystals through evaporation. If the moon can move the deep oceans in the twilight universe, why can't we save Mother Nature, whose silent cries are joy, not years of ruthlessness? Not heard, Mother Nature will be a fallen angel, and only because of our deeds of evil. Thank you.
Thank you, SE08. Moving on to SE12, junior category.
A miraculous droplet, an aesthetically pleasing sunrise, fishes swinging on the waves, the rich blue carpets of water poured in cool whirlwind, peaceful ambience of our beautiful blue waters, and the ballet of the dolphins and whales splashing each other merrily forged a promising future for the planet. After a while, he came. A while later, she came. At last, they all came. The landwalkers, with no regrets, polluted me with their trash, took me for granted, the elixir to the thirsty throat. Never thought of my selfless service to the co-species on Earth. At your absurd misuse, nature turned grey and bleak. We saw farmers' miseries in drought. We saw nature's mysteries in flood. We heard a mother's deep sigh, unable to quench the thirst of her little one. I never want to put you to blame, but please don't put my request to flame. The thing I lost is my clean view. My request is only to make me anew, with lots and lots of hope on you. Give me a place in your mind too. With your holy deeds and with your love for nature, this world would be a rainbow of nurture. We can taste together the sweetness of my essence and adore the divinity that revives our presence. After a long silence, a procession arrived with banners, breaking the silence, debated the world's future, expounded the earth's danger, exchanged together the solutions to cleanse. Tiny tots led the campaign. They started with cleanups, and it made all the difference. Water turned from gray to transparent. Their strong determination secured our salvation. Once again, the miraculous water drop is sanitized. We watched a serene sunset together. That was radiant, thanks to thy valiant eco warriors. Thank you.
Thank you, SE12. Moving on to SE13 juniors.
The oceans to the north, the oceans to the north, I long to see. My parents took me to the shore, which filled me with glee and never made me bored. Now I walk on the trash, making my feet sore along the moving waves that seem lifeless. The beauty, sure, was priceless. This is what we never understood. And the river beds on which my friends played were dirty trash bins with permanent smell. The dirty wells and the ringing bells calling us to awake from the scars, to see the world, to care about the world, and remember what we should have never forgotten. The earth has surely called us rotten. This is what we never understood. The oceans to the north, I try to remember. The cool sun on the beach is now vast land without water. You may ask, where is the water? It's gone because of the sun's heat. But the finger should not be pointed at the sun. We were the ones giving it an opportunity. This is what we never understood. The nets are drawn empty in the shallow sea. The blue water slowly turning gray. And once again on the bay, the place my parents promised to take me is now replaced with structures as tall as they can be. The place has changed like my reflection in water. All I can see is the black darkness that smells like oil as I felt my skin boil under the afternoon sun. This is what we never understood. Here are accidents of ships containing few bundles of oil but killing millions of fish, and they go unnoticed. New ships are being sailed while the temperature is increasing and Pacific evaporating. People use water as a yard for the daily trash, and the revenge of nature is proven to be rash, while some use it to soften the day's old bread. The heat is increasing and we cannot bear it. Imagine those who don't have a roof or drop of water. Instead of protesting or requesting, gather folks to join you. We cannot make a difference by yelling or telling. Our actions will be the ones judged. The future is in our hands unless we don't catch it and let it go. Do your part. And today you can start. Thank you.
Thank you, SE13. Has SE14 junior category finished? I repeat, has SE14 juniors recited the poem yet? Have you finished?
SC14 juniors has already recited the poem.
Okay, thank you. So moving on to SE15 junior.
Good morning. A world surrounding water. For some, a blessing. For others, a blight. Without a saying, it goes. Water is indeed of many uses. Knowing its scarcity to many, yet We spend it like money, knowing it's endangered, yet not managing it sustainably. Though full of knowledge, having actions like those without it, we humans neglect our responsibility towards Mother Earth, taking water for granted and not reserving it for our future. For the poor, we have made it inaccessible and serve it carelessly to the rich, caring about money alone, becoming our own worst enemy, the end of humanity. Thank you.
Thank you, SE15. Moving on to SE16 juniors.
Good morning, everyone. This poem is about a promise, one that you and I have to make today and keep forever. A promise that will help humanity and bring a smile on every single soul around us. Here we go. Promise. Still or sparkling, a question truly awakening. The bearer who served our table was nothing but evil. Into my glass he poured water that indeed glowed. I raised my glass for a toast, celebrating success with a boast. Not so far from this bloom, the other side of the city slept in gloom, while sparkling water tickled my taste buds. A boy my age was filtering water off the bugs. Little did I know the blessing of access to water that flowed. Earlier today, the kitchen sink got blocked. Frantic calls from the plumber are choked. Fix he did everything that broke, soothing the brains, new in anger of smoke. Zooming back to the dog in its slump. The boy there still feels the glump. Lavatories that didn't exist, and drainage that hygiene resists. Germs, diseases, and despair were all that kept them company. Clean water and sanitation was nothing but a dream that still accompanied. Promise I do what I can to make the life for the boy better as I can. The least we all can do is to bring a smile on their faces with much ado. Thank you.
Thank you, SE16. Moving on to SE17 junior. Do we have SE17 with us, juniors? Okay, moving on, we have SE18 juniors.
Am I visible and audible?
Yes, are you SE17 or 18?
18.
What?
18.
18, okay, you can go ahead.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am SC18 and I will be reciting the poem Flow of Hope, a symphony of transformation. On this earth, where the enchanting elixir supports life, the vital elixir, indispensable for survival, I said, detecting the acute need for clean water and sanitation, Miss STG6, with apprehension, shook her head. From majestic peaks to lush farms, backward gushes, nature's pristine and noble offering, she raised a brow. Sustainably manage and regulate Adam's ale. Ignite the drop of equality. The time is now. Safe and affordable drinking water, a basic right, I replied. Placing a water meter in every home to be aware, pledging never to squander this priceless wealth. Raise a global chorus. Access to water, we all share. Arise, awake, and innovate at the earliest. Stop not till the task is accomplished. This SDG 6 mentioned, small actions can indeed make a big difference. Clean water means good health without tension. Introducing Aquadon, the purifier of water bodies with advanced artificial intelligence features, galore, rainwater harvesting, desalination, wastewater treatment executed, every worthy water-related ecosystem restored. Be mindful of fostering facilities and hygiene's might. Sanitation is integral and vital, Ms. SDG 6 worriedly recalled. Heedful and attentive to the needs of women and girls, secure and procure equitable sanitation for one and all. Ending open defecation in every neighborhood. Teaching hand washing, making it a routine. In every school, home, and community, I emphasized treating wastewater right, keeping streets clean. There must be a solution to this, Ms. SDG 6 whimpered. To strengthen participation in sanitation management, capacity building will lend a helping hand. Recycling and reuse technologies are a must to avoid ailments. Levines, a flying solution for basic sanitation, I announced. Planes to cater to the needs of the whole lot in every town. Until adequate amenities are designed and implemented, fitted to dispose waste appropriately in places green, blue, or brown. Let harmonious health, well-being, and vigor shine on this unshakable universe, on every mankind, Ms. SDG 6 prayed. Let's turn clean water and sanitation for all into reality, making sure we use them right for benefit of each pervade, overcoming collectively and mutually the obstacles that arise towards a promising future. Hand in hand we proceed, in harmony with nature for primal bloom and longevity. Looking up to you, Miss SDG 6, we shall conquer and succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, SE 18. Moving on to SE 19. Do we have SE 19 from juniors?
I'm here. Good morning, everyone. I am Megha, and today I'm going to be presenting my poem on water. What are these silent, captivating drops from heaven? Is this an alluring miracle, or is it nature's mysterious, mystifying call? It can be as mellow as feathers, or its captivating assaults can strike at the rigid cliffs. Whatever form this miracle comes in, a truly alluring sight awaits. From the gentle silver luminous flows to raging waves and furious crashes, the blue phenomenon circulates throughout the globe, providing its serene hands over the cracked landscape and over frail bones to heal the daunted soul of many, bringing back the vivid hues of each terrain. From the tiniest gleaming drop, a breathtaking sight to behold, from the tiniest gleaming drops to the rushing, bolting waves. To preserve these liquid drops from heaven, we must not overuse these precious miracles. Thank you.
Thank you, SE 19. Do we have SE 17 with us, juniors?
Hello, my name is Tahami, and our video is not working because of some rules that our school follows. Clean
No
water.
worries, you can continue with your.
Clean water, a precious sight, a thing that brings us health and light. Sanitation, a vital tool to keep us safe, to keep us cool. Water, the source of life, a thing we need to thrive. But water, when it's not clean, can make us sick. It's quite obscene. So let's cherish this resource and keep it clean with all our force. Let's sanitize our hands in space and keep our health in a good place. For water is a gift so rare, a thing that needs our love and care. So let's keep it pure, let's keep it clean, and let our health and joy be seen. So let's work together, you and I, to keep our water clean and dry. And let's keep sanitizing too, to stay healthy, me and you.
Thank
This
you,
is,
SE19.
yes,
Now we'll take a 2-minute break just for the judges to collate their results. Is SE19, are you in the junior category or the senior?
I'm in the junior category.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Let us remember that sustainability is not a destination, but a journey. It requires continuous effort, adaptability, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Each step we take towards sustainability brings us closer to a future where our natural resources are preserved, our ecosystems thrive, and every individual can live in dignity and prosperity. So let's embrace the opportunities before us and take responsibility for the world we share. By working together, we can create a brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable future for all.
I request all viewers, participants, and judges to join us at 1:30 p.m. for the closing plenary of Build a Planet Scopes Precursor for the year 2023. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for joining us today.
Kindly requesting our judges and senior participants to stay online. We will give the judges a quick 5-minute break for them to consolidate their results, post which we will start with the senior category. Dear judges, if you finished scoring the junior participants, please feel free to email the worksheet, the scoring sheet to us so that we can collate the results. Thank you.
We will now begin with the seniors category. A very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all. Today, we gather here to explore new ideas and to inspire one another to further our efforts towards a sustainable future. It is through collaboration and collective action that we can drive the transformation needed to create a more sustainable and resilient world.
I am confident that the discussions, presentations, and interactions that take place during this event will ignite new ideas, foster partnerships, and encourage concrete actions. Together, we can develop innovative solutions and inspire others to join our movement.
Before we begin, let me introduce to you our judges for the event. Huda Merchant is a writer and a brand manager with more than 6 years of experience in the brand domain. She is currently the brand manager for a fintech brand in India, Digit Insurance. Before her stint at Digit, she worked as a copywriter at various advertising agencies and was a featured writer for the Saudi Gazette and led editorial and marketing initiatives for a former literary journal. Alongside her professional pursuit, she has a relentless commitment towards promoting a culture of reading, which led to the creation of Jadda Reads, now bookish culture back in Saudi Arabia. As part of the initiative, she has organized various literary events and workshops and built libraries in different schools and community spaces in Jeddah. She was also a speaker in the Emirates Airline Festival of Literature in 2019, where she spoke about inspiring a city to read.
Malar Viri Balaji, lovingly called the Book Lady of Dubai, is the founder and owner of Booktopia, a retail chain of bookstores in various malls in Dubai. She started her career as a computer science engineer, graduated from the prestigious Anna University, and is trained as a business coach by Neuro Leadership Group, USA, and Franklin Covey. Malar, an avid reader, writer, and entrepreneur, came to Dubai in 2016, the year of reading, and joined hands with the Dubai Public Library to promote reading to children through the Reading Box, a reading initiative by the Dubai Culture and Arts Authority. 7 stars on my wall and Spin a Story, the exclusive workshops and books Malar wrote for the Dubai Public Library inspired numerous children to read and love books, as well as to visit the library. With over 25 years of experience in the book industry and a passion to promote reading, Malar launched Booktopia, a core bookstore at Dubai Festival City Mall, and hosted reading sessions every week. Booktopia is now a successful e-commerce as well as a chain of bookstores in Dubai that is growing under the entrepreneurial acumen of Malar.
Vandana Parashar is a postgraduate in microbiology, an educator and a haiku poet. Her haiku, Senryu and Tanka, have been published in many national and international journals of repute and have won her many prizes and accolades. Her haiku was also shortlisted for the prestigious Touchstone Award 2020. She is an associate editor of Haiku Katha, one of the editors of Poetry Bee and Fenku Mag, and a feature columnist for Whiptail Journal. Her debut chapbook, I Am, was published by Title IX Press, now Moth Orchid Press, in 2019. And her second chapbook, Alone I Am Not, was published by Velvet Dusk, publishing in April 2022.
A pen is mightier than a sword, and words can stay etched in memories forever. Our participants for the event are the future poets who will recite a poem longer than a haiku and shorter than an epic that translates imaginative solutions to achieve SDG 6, clean water and sanitation.
This platform promotes recognition of the unique ability of poetry as a means of capturing the creative spirit of the human mind. The aim is to support linguistic talent through poetic expression and to provide succor to the voices who fight for access to clean water and sanitation daily.
The poem must have a title, and there is no limit to the number of stanzas or verses. Each participant will be given a total of 5 minutes to recite their poem. The presentation of the poem will be judged on lively limericks, heartfelt haikus, polished prose, diction, and voice modulation that enunciate the need to achieve SDG 6.
The poem should be original and unpublished in English. The poem must not infringe upon the copyrights, trademarks, rights of privacy, publicity, moral rights, intellectual property, or other rights of any person or entity. The poem document must not have the poet's or school's name in order to facilitate fair judging. The decision of the judges shall be final and binding on all the participants.
So here we go. Let's call upon our first participant, SE01 of the senior category.
Do we have SC01 for the senior category? Okay, so we will move on to SC03 in the meantime.
Is there SE03 right now?
Did you call SC03?
Yes, for the
senior
senior
category.
category.
Yes. Good morning to one and all. Today I, SC Note 3, will be reciting my poem SDG 6, Clean Waters Embrace. A universe that holds most that remain unknown, stars that accompany all that's left alone, planets that resemble rubies and moonstones, and among them an appetite that we call home. Clouds that bring rain and snow, the sun sustains life and creates rainbows for show. Autumn paints the picture yellow, in spring blooms the flowers and the swallow sings mellow. In a world where water dances pure and free, imagination waves a tapestry of possibility. To achieve SDG 6, clean waters embrace. Let's venture into dreams, a visionary space. What can we do to reach the targets? With hearts entwined in an aligned purpose. All 8 targets by 2030, guided by the UN, but it won't be easy. Billions lack access to clean and safe drinking water. Let's not waste a drop. Let's close our taps sooner. Billions lack access to sanitation services. Let's not waste a second. Let your voice reach the masses. Awareness and education are nothing less than vital. Hygiene practices, sustainability, and effective use of water, central. Fostering change and empowering individuals with knowledge. Hashtags, posters, and campaigns held in cities and villages. Improved infrastructure is crucial to improve services. Funding and investments help to progress. Building and maintaining sewage systems and water treatment plants. Constructing safe, hygienic toilets are a start. Wastewater treatment, a sustainable chore. Harnessing its potential, unlocking its core. Wetlands, aquifers, and lakes left to restore. The issue is extensive. The underserved we shan't ignore. A digital world, the rise of AI and technology, embracing solutions and camaraderie. Trust in progression and research institutions drive the electric car towards a peaceful haven. Charity, partnership, and international cooperation. NGOs and governments have reached the numbers to millions. We start with the basics and hope for the advanced. Keep our differences aside with our global view enhanced. Regular monitoring and evaluation are essential. Advancements must be marked. Accountability is crucial. Regular assessments help refine strategy and identify areas that need further attention with ease. Bioremediation, nature's own gift. A deliberate use of microorganisms, a powerful shift. Nano wizards and purifying devices are right. Microscopic barriers wage a noble fight. Strong governance and policy that prioritizes. Frameworks and regulations that support. Legislation to protect water sources, ensuring equal access to clean water and sanitation to all. Implementing these strategies simultaneously. A vision that seems distant, a bitter truth quite dreary. Yet the world is in our hands, hence every moment we shall strive together, no matter creed or color, towards a better future. And one day, with all limitations defied, I see a world that's refined. With solutions aplenty, our children have no fright. SDG 6 achieved a beacon shining bright. Imagination, the compass that lights our way. To achieve SDG 6, where clear skies sway. With hope as our fuel and dreams as our guide, clean water and sanitation are a reality worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you, SC03. Now moving on to SC04.
Yes, just a second. Human and humane. She forces one foot in front of the other, a trail of women behind her. Her children are 20 miles behind, waiting for her to return before the night. The whispers of the mother's nurturing well echo like the barren land, aching for the flow of life's sweet light, aching with the pain of keeping her children alive. The child crawls through the passage of time, and the hope in her eyes refused to subside. Her skin shares its hues with the earthy tones of the clay she molds. Her tongue is white and dry, and she desperately cries for a cup half full or a cup half empty. Listen to her, for she speaks the language of the parched and the unworthy. Long gone is that child now. In her place stands a woman nearing 30, who's tired of the same old town. She sleeps with the dirt under her nails, under her eyes, under her skin, under her smiles. Her soles are as cracked as the land outside. Not a thing has changed since she was 5. How long will this persist? How long will the tears in her eyes resist their fall? The gray in her hair increases every day, but her desperation remains. The lines on her face map a story of the days when her future's demise wasn't so grave. The children lie beside her, and she can't bear to find what shines in their eyes. How does she break the news so unbearable yet so inevitable? Human and humane. It's the difference of a curve. All the promises have lost their worth. What's the use of believing in words? Clench our souls with the fists you wield and find the pleasure in watching our spirits yield. A trickle in the river would have been enough of a testament that some hearts still feel. For the mother who stays up at night and worries about her child. For the minds that think twice before choosing to survive. For the hands that tremble with the thought of this interminable vicious cycle. Let the ache of their sorrow dissolve. May their yearning continue to grow. The people of this village are the reason you sit so mighty, exerting your power, and still you make us beg and plead till our tears run deep. You make us quench our thirst with the salt that runs down our face. The pain lingers in our souls, a haunting, relentless weight. A penny of your dollar isn't much. A drop of your oceans isn't much. The desolation lasting in our throats is eternal. Yet your indifference to our suffering remains untouched. Thank you.
Thank you, SC04. Moving on to SC06.
Good morning to all. I am going to say a poem. The title of my poem is Water. Water, water, everywhere water, 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 everywhere water. I wash my hands, I wash my hands, I wash my hands with water. I wash my hair, I wash my hair, I wash my hair with water. I wash my feet, I wash my feet, I wash my feet with water. I wash my face, I wash my face, I wash my face with water. Everything are clean by water.
I clean my floor, I clean my floor, I clean my floor with water. I clean my windows, I clean my windows, I clean my windows with water. I clean my chair, I clean my chair, I clean my chair with water. Everything are cleaned by water. A living thing, a living thing, a living thing needs water. A living thing, a living thing, a living thing needs water. Every living thing needs water. Water, water, every day our water, 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 everywhere our water. Thank you.
Thank you, SC06. Now moving on to SC07.
Yes. Yeah, SF07. Today I'll be performing a poem titled The Flowing Gift, which talks about the significance of clean water and the dangers of wasting it. Yes. Water, pure and crystal clear, every drop worth our cheer, a gift from above, a blessing for life, clean and innocent, filling and live. It is our helper, from it we take, whether it be a single drop or a lake. We fill our hands to the brim and drink till we quench our winds. But will our thirst ever fade? Or will we turn callous and waste, hoarding water as if it were only our own, leaving the trees parched and alone? But would we stop to care, to notice the death and despair, to listen to the fishes and their tears, to the water we once held so dear? Poisoned and no longer nourishing, corrupted and no longer flourishing. Water, once pure and crystal clear, now a silent mirror, filthy and lost it longs for its past, dreary and red, it dries at last. Thank you.
Thank you, SC07. Dear judges, please do note that SC08 has already recited their poem in the junior category, so we will not be making them recite again. So we will move on to SC010. Sorry, SC10. Do we have SC10 over here? Okay, so we will move on to SC11 then.
Hi, this is SC11.
Yes.
Good morning.
Start.
Good morning to everyone. Today I'll be presenting my poem on clean water and sanitation. And the name of the poem is Water, the Liquid Gold of Life. A world encompassed in grief and sorrow, faces uncertain whether there will be a tomorrow. Eyes suffering the epidemic, the world is a dry pool. If only we had saved water, our precious tool. If only we had more of this scarce resource to borrow. Eyes filled with misery, throats dry. If only we had water to quench this dire thirst, we will sigh. If only we had a way to cleanse ourselves of this guilt, this heavy burden we carry for the reality that we have built. If only we wish this was a lie. By taking this precious resource for granted, by wasting this liquid of life that is so enchanted, or haven't we burnt our own boats? By leaving the tap on for too long, by ignoring the leaky pipes in our home, we are the ones who will be responsible, accountable for that doomsday. So how do we redeem ourselves, you ask? It's time to break fresh. Take on a new task. We can only move on if we take off this mask and stop pretending that we have an unlimited supply. Like gold in the treasure trove, like diamond in the mines, like pearls found in the oysters of the sea. Water, is our gold, our diamond, and our pearl. Contaminated water has choked the marine life. Plastic and waste now dominate, cutting through the ocean like a knife. Plastic and waste now dominate, cutting through the ocean like a knife, killing along with it all aquatic creatures. Factories dump their chemical waste, ignoring the correct waste treatment protocol in their haste. From these hazardous chemicals, humans are not safe, I must say. What goes around comes around as predator eats the prey. Thus, we must stop factories from dumping their waste in the sea. Preserving water is not going to be a cup of tea. So let's join hands with UNESCO and UNICEF's WASH team to improve water and sanitation services across 100 countries, although a lot it may seem. Yet this is just the beginning of an everlasting journey towards a sustainable future for all. We can build a legacy, one which is certainly very tall. So join hands and follow me as we work towards conserving water for a brighter future for all to see. Thank you.
We will now take a 2-minute pause for our judges to collate the results so far. Thank you, SE11. We will now continue calling SC12. Do we have SC12 over here?
Yes. The beauty of the ocean. Watch the ocean ripple with a wave, a sight I never knew I would crave. A tapestry of colors adorn the sky as the seagulls cry out and fly high. The smell of briny water touches the air, and I savor the moment with not a care. The palm trees dance gently with the breeze, dancing as though they aim to please. The water continues its silent splashing, with the waves constantly crashing, reminding us that they're alive, with a system like a hive. Every creature has its role, to live in peace and not divide. And I have an epiphany for one reason sole, that saving nature is an endless tide. I feel the sand beneath my feet as I walk across the length of the beach. The sun has risen on the horizon, and the ocean seems to enliven. The birds begin their flight across the ocean, lamenting the scope of loss. Clouds float across the sky, simple, mere passerbys. The air lightly caresses me. This is where I am truly free. Thank you.
Thank you, SC12. Judges, please do note that SC13 has already recited their poem in the junior category.
Excuse me. I apologize for the mistake I made earlier. But since I recited my poem in the junior category, the judges weren't able to check if I was reciting the correct poem. And since that's one of the criterion for marking, could I please recite my poem again?
Unfortunately, since you've already recited it once in the junior category, it's not possible for us to give it a second shot.
Don't worry, we saw your poem and we kind of checked it, so don't worry.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So we will continue with SC14. Do we have SC14?
Yes, SC14 is here. Can you see me?
Your camera is in. Yes, it's
Perfect. 17th of June, 2023. NASA reports that the Earth has tilted about 80 centimeters as a result of heavy water depletion. We know there are three categories of people in this world. One, people who waste water. The other, people who cry for water. And the last one, the funny one, they are the people who know that there are people out there who cry for water, but they still waste water. So this poem is dedicated to them. It brings out the irony about the third category. So let us start the threshold. Voices in the air. The earth has tilted. Tears of water have daftly depleted. Drop, stop, drop, stop. Water stopped to tumble. Bloop, 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 bloop. The earth seemingly stumbled. The well pumps rise water. The waters rise struggle. The world probably fumbled. My bucket readily rattled. But I saw them run with pitchkaris out there, splashing water in summer so hot. I saw them run with pitchkaris about, splashing water in summer so hot. I heard the splash of angel falls streaming down their washroom walls. Water. Please. Water. The dying mother growled, hugging her children. Her pleas left unanswered. Why? Where is the water that was yielded for all? The dry, cracked grounds and the dried up souls. Where are the eyes and the ears that hear when the cries of the dead are left unheard? Oh, one with sanity, why has it happened that 1 in 3 lives without sanitation? I saw you look. I saw you look and throw your dump to dump the sea with the dirty scum, but didn't the sea give it back to you? Your bridges, they drowned. Your homes, they took. So why? So why not clean up? So why not clean up? Stop polluting the fishes. Purify some water to drink and dishes. Sure be seen. Keep clean your niches. Clean water and sanity is all SDG wishes. Oh, how humans are foolish and thoughtless. Drop, stop, drop, stop. Oh, how humans are foolish and thoughtless. All this did I think under the shower in 40 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, SC14. Moving on to SC15. Do we have SC15?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, thank you.
Listen to the water. Let's listen to the voice of the water through the fury of her waves. Let's listen to the rain as it hits the ground. You'll hear the intense emotion spill out in silent shakes. Anguish pours from skies above and merges with the ocean's misery. Their union creates a somber sight, deep, murky towards her hushed caves. The waves quench thirst and bathe satin skin, but are left tarnished entirely within. Grime covering the purity beneath, shut out from everyone, out of sight and out of reach. So let's listen to the water's symphony of sounds. Let's vow to spread the tidal wave of humanity all around.
Thank you, SC's 15. Now moving on to SC 16.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, judges and all those present here today. Today, I, SC16, will be reciting the poem Billions. The poem expresses the idea that there is always hope and a way to change our wounded world into a wondrous one for the billions of people who suffer from the lack of water and sanitation every single day, who want to simply survive. I truly hope that this poem inspires us to make a change for the future. Billions. 2 billion people without clean water. They just aren't equal. How much more longer? 3 billion people who lack safe sanitation live their lives in devastation. The situation is feeble. To people like you and me, these are empty numbers. There's so much that we don't see. It is seen as a miracle for some. They ask, where's this fantasy from? It is water. Just water they crave. Precious drops trickling, lakes of liquid rippling, so much water all around, but a silent scream is only found. Cleanliness is a dream for some, a reality it should become to prevent the spread of disease. But not everyone has access to these basic needs. Children cry, tears flow. Ironically, their bodies do not know water, a precious resource. But getting it? There is no source. A welcome escape from thirst, but finding water, if it's the first, for billions of people around the world. Yes, it is not one or two that suffer. It is not hundreds or thousands or even millions, billions. It is billions that wish with wonder. Finding water and staying healthy is tougher. But what can they do? They seem so powerless, so voiceless. They just are not heard. This must change for the better. We cannot disregard. But how is the question that should empower us? So, what can we do to make this happen? The one thing that's certain is to take action. Donating, innovating, discussing, and debating. They all help to maintain a chance at changing this fate that seems to linger forever. This issue is major. It really does matter. People stare at the jaws of death, although a single drop is enough to give them strength.
With simple steps, it is quite easy to bring about an evolution that we see for a sustainable world that is driven by the 17 goals that we abide. You and I, let's take a pledge. It is dangerously close towards the edge of an unreachable circumstance we must avoid to make sure not a person is devoid of a fundamental, essential human right. Putting together our minds and hearts is exactly how developing our future starts, towards one in which every individual has access to water that's drinkable and a system of safety for sanitation. Let's bring about a transformation. Thank you.
Thank you, SC16. Moving on to SC18. Do we have SC18?
Yes. Am I visible and audible?
Yes.
All right. Top of the morning, everyone. I am SC18 and I'll be reciting my original poem titled Rescue of the Elixir. In me resides the wonders abide. In me the purity stride. I am the most precious earthly treasure, a symphony of nature's divine measure. My crystalline drops cascading in grace, quenching thirst, each being to embrace. I am the vitality and the might, wetting the wide in liquid light. In distant lands where shadows creep, let me divulge you in a tale of suffering so dark and deep. The predicament of souls unheard and unseen, as my presence elixir remains unseen. Children with indented eyes, faces gaunt, their dreams wither, their spirits haunt. Thirst clasps their throat, a barbarous fire, as they yearn for me to quench desire. Sanitation, my pal, a distant luxury unknown, the stench of despair in streets overflown. Open defecation, a daily routine, spreading diseases, an endless ravine. In stagnant pools, I turn murky and dark, a breeding ground for sting and stark. Yet they guzzle from my tainted well, desperate souls caught in a twisted spell. In realms of hope, where dreams take flight, a vision blooms with radiant light. SDG 6, a beacon to guide your way, to forge a path where I hold sway. Innovation, the key to overcome challenges that leave civilizations numb. Through research and development, you strive to find solutions where I was deprived. Rainwater harvesting, a harmonious song, collecting droplets as we belong. From rooftops to reservoirs, a precious reserve for all to drink and never swerve. Education and awareness join the lot, empowering minds a vital shot. But it is not only me who you seek, sanitation too, further meek. Be this ode a rallying call to break the chains and stand tall. For clean water and sanitation, you strive to give voice to the silenced, hope to revive. Thank you.
Thank you, SC18. Judges, can you please add SC17 in your senior category list? And now we have SC17 to present.
Hello, I'm SC17 and I'm here to present my poem. Water,
a precious thing we all take for granted. We don't see it as something like gems, jewels, or enchanted. It's just something we get every day, while others pay their lives away. We have a warm house, a bed, and a shower. Can you imagine those who wish for water that isn't sour? Day and night they walk for miles and still end up with bodies in piles. Hearts broken, bodies cracked, and yet there is no one to act. Souls shattered, minds scrambled, graveyards empty, spirits scattered. As we sit untouched, unbothered, voices are silenced, forever unheard. We turn on the tap without a thought, while many others are left distraught. We may complain about the challenges in life, but how about those who never thrive? The lack of water is a poison that kills, and yet we ignore their cries and wills. Thank you.
Thank you, SE17. Now moving on to SE20.
Good morning to everyone present here. The context behind my poem includes a girl, 16 years of age, 50 years from today, who reads the poem Fire and Ice by Robert Frost, which got her thinking about her generation's genuine problems. Fire, ice, and water. Robert Frost said the world could end in fire, but it could end in ice as well. But now, after reading Fire and Ice, I believe it would end with water. We'll end up losing the little of what is left. Right now, we look outside and cherish the beautiful memories of rain. After all, rains of acid is what we deserve. We murder harmless plants for our worthless wants and never even let them thrive. Even the water is what keeps them alive. Water is the most powerful weapon. He who has it is lucky. All the creatures on earth were once born with water. It can create us or it can destroy us. The choice is ours. If I had the power to change something and speak for every kid in my generation, I'd wish for us to go back in time when I could convince my parents, please be wise. Thank you.
Thank you, SC20. We'll just be calling out the people who haven't presented. Do we have SC01? I repeat, do we have SC01 in the meeting? Okay, so do we have SC04? Okay, so do we have SC07 for the senior category? Do we have SC10 for the senior category? Okay, so now we'll move on. We invite our judges to share their feedback about the event, inviting Ms. Huda.
Hello. Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for performing. I was really impressed by the level of, it's really advanced the way everyone has, the poems have been written. So great job, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Huda. Ms. Malavari, would you like to share your feedback?
It was very entertaining, lots of thought leaders. I can see we have a lot of emerging thought leaders in this group. Keep up the good work and just do not stop with writing poetry. I really request all of you to extend these thoughts to things that are around you, and I hope you make this a reality too. Good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Malavari. Ms. Vandana, would you like to share a few wise words?
I thoroughly enjoyed today's program. It's amazing the amount of talent we have, the revolutionary ideas these little kids have, and I'm sure the future looks very bright in your hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Vandana. Thank you for joining us today. Let us remember that sustainability is not a destination but a journey. It requires continuous effort, adaptability, and a commitment to a lifelong learning. Each step we take towards sustainability brings us closer to a future where natural resources are preserved, our ecosystems thrive, and every individual can live in dignity and prosperity. So let us embrace the opportunities before us and take responsibility for the world we share. By working together, we can create a brighter, greener, and more sustainable future for all.
I request all viewers, participants, and judges to join us at 1:30 p.m. for the closing plenary of Build the Planet, Scope's precursor for the year 2023. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.